Hello and welcome to the New Times News Weekly Review. I am Lavi Mutanga. We're going to take a look at top 5 stories that trended the most throughout this week. Now, Kigali-bound passengers on SN Brussels were on Tuesday, August 4th, stopped from boarding their flights to Kigali by Belgian authorities. The decision was explained to the passengers as part of the implementation of travel restrictions to reduce the flow of COVID-19 infections in the EU. Therefore, only those considered traveling for essential purposes such as work, funeral, and medical reasons with attestations to prove it would be allowed to board. However, the European Union Embassy in Rwanda distanced itself from the move, saying that it was not an EU directive, but rather a Belgian one. In response, some passengers said they are traveling to Kigali via other routes. Now, in other news, Rwanda on Wednesday, August 5th, officially launched an online auctioning system to reduce corruption that has been rampant in the auctioning process of loan defaulters' properties. Banks in Rwanda welcomed this development, noting that the system will reduce time that would be wasted in bureaucracy. Now, as we proceed, over 330 Burundian refugees settled in Mahama refugee camp in Rwanda have appealed for a dignified and lawful return to their home country. They backed this move on the fact that peace has been restored in their country because the third-term threat of late President Pierre Nkurunziza was over. The petition was addressed to the Burundian President Evariste Ndayishimiye and also copied Rwanda's Ministry of Emergency Management and the UN Agency for Refugees. In response to the petition, the ministry in charge of emergency management has said that Rwanda reaffirms the principle of voluntary repatriation as a durable solution for refugees in accordance with international and Rwandan law. Now, in other news, so far over 40 local manufacturers have a stock of more than 3 million unsold face masks worth 1.2 billion Rwandan francs. Swahib Munyawera, the managing director of Mask Investment Limited that oversees the group of around 47 companies, told the New Times that the government had approached them in April requesting their role in combating COVID-19 through producing 6 million masks, but unfortunately some are still in stock so far. According to Sam Kamugisha, Director General for Industry at the Ministry of Trade and Industry, the government is aware of the problem and is in collaboration with manufacturers working to solve this issue. Now, as we wind up, the topic of Rwanda's surrogacy status was this week sparked by a debate of a couple which was denied to have children by this phenomenon. Ordinarily, surrogacy involves fertilization of reproductive cells in laboratories and placing the embryo in another woman's womb to carry the pregnancy and eventually deliver the child on behalf of another couple. Like the victimized couple, however, a few couples have over the years expressed interest in scientific development. Going by apparent loopholes in the Rwandan law governing persons and families, doctors and lawyers agree that the law needs further details for it to serve its purpose. And of course, this marks the end of this week's New Times News Weekly Review. For more details on these stories and many others, visit newtimes.co.rw. I am Lavi Mutanga. See you next week.